Okay. I just recorded a video and it wasn't recording, so I've got to do this again. Maybe I can make it a little shorter this time. Anyway, this is my first video of hopefully what turns out to be a successful weight loss plan for me. I am hoping to endeavor upon the MediFast diet. I have been doing the SlimFast 3-2-1 plan for the last week in kind of preparation until I can get on MediFast. I've heard a lot of good things about MediFast. I originally first heard about it from a coworker who had lost 150 pounds on it, or maybe it's 130, I can't remember now, but anyway, it was a lot of weight. And she told me about it and it sounded really good. At first, she kind of made it sound like it was all shakes and bars, and that's why I said, well, why do that when I could do SlimFast? But as I started to research it more, I saw that there was a lot more variety in food, which is good for long-term success, I guess. And then I also feel like it's maybe a little more nutritionally balanced, which would also be good longer term. So I think that I would like to try it, and I've seen, from the plethora of videos that are on YouTube and the internet, it seems to be pretty successful, and for a living I do research, so I am very interested in things that have kind of a clinical research background and doing studies on them and seeing if they work, and MediFast seems to have that. It's been around a long time. It seems to be pretty effective for people who take it seriously, so yeah, I'm hoping that that will work for me. So anyway, my name is Ashley, and I live in South Carolina. I have been big my whole life. When I was young, I was chubby. As I got older, I've always was kind of thick, what they called you. I had extra weight, but I carried it well because of my body type and my height. But as I got older, especially after about 21, I started gaining and gaining and gaining, and now I'm probably bigger than I ever have been. And I would definitely love to lose the weight. I mean, who wouldn't? But I've never really, I don't think I've ever done a diet that worked for me. I fluctuate very easily. I've lost, 5 pounds, 10 pounds here and there without really knowing why I lost the weight. It would just come off because my lifestyle had changed for a short period of time, and then I would put it right back on. So I've never really gone onto a diet or made a lifestyle change, is what I guess you should call it, that was effective for me. So I'm hoping, beyond hope, that this works for me. The SlimFast plan I've been on for about a week, and I've lost 7 pounds. It's been pretty easy so far. I mean, I do feel hungry at certain times of day. Drink lots of water to help fill me up. I've cut out, tea and soda, even diet soda. I've had one in the last week, which, it's tough because of the caffeine headaches you get from withdrawal, but other than that, it's been pretty okay. I mean, I enjoy drinking all the water. I feel like my skin's a little healthier, and I feel healthier, and it helps fill you up, so that's a plus. The bars on SlimFast, they're pretty, they're pretty filling. They're dense. The meal bars, the snack bars are okay. The part I'm struggling with right now is dinner time. For the SlimFast plan, really the only caveat to your dinner is that it's 500 calories or less, or actually they want you to have the whole 500 calories. However, which I was doing, but I'm trying to kind of prepare myself for MediFast by kind of starting the lean and green thing, which has been a little difficult because the greens that I like from my bad habits that I grew up with are high starch greens. So a lot of the greens that they require for the lean and green plan are more of the vegetables that I avoided because they taste like vegetables. So trying to get into that is a little bit of a struggle. The meat part is fine. I love chicken, I love beef, I love pork, I love any kind of meat. So, and I know you gotta spice it up. I've kind of stocked up on spices to flavor up my meats and everything. I know myself, and I know I need variety, and I need things that will, get me through, which is why I like the MediFast plan, the idea of it at least, because it has brownies and cookies and shakes and lots of chocolate. I'm a big chocoholic. I have a really big sweet tooth. The SlimFast plan is good for that as well because it's pretty much all chocolate and bars. lots of sugar, unfortunately, which cannot be good for you to eat that much sugar, even though it is, you know, reducing calories. So, anyway, the dinner part I'm trying to work on now, trying to do better at the lean and greens, looking up recipes, finding out what other people have tried, what works for them. I do like the idea of the mashed cauliflower that people have talked about. Some people say that they've tricked their families with it as mashed potatoes, so that would be great. So yeah, so I'm trying that right now. I'm just kind of doing whatever I can until I can get on MediFast and hoping that it works for me. But the whole point of this video diary is I see a lot of people doing it, and I feel like it gives you a good person to answer to, which is yourself. You see your, you know, your fat face on the camera, which is a good motivator for losing weight. So, you know, that's always good when you can look at yourself and say, I don't really like that so much. I would love to change that. So hopefully that works for me. And yeah, so this is kind of the first video of my very starting weight. I'm like 7 pounds lighter. You really can't tell it than I was a week ago. I'm starting out at I started out at 295 pounds, really close to the 300 mark, which would be just heartbreaking to reach that. I am 5'9", but no amount of height. It looks good on a woman 300 pounds. So anyway, but now I'm down to 287, or 288, or 287.5, somewhere around there. So my goal weight really, it's hard for me at this point to even throw out a goal weight out there. It has been so long since I have been anywhere close to 200 pounds. And I know that for me to be healthy, I would need to be way less than that. But to even reach that would be marvelous to me. You know, even to reach 250, to lose 40, 30 pounds would be a huge improvement. To lose 60, 70, 80, any of that would be great. But I do know that I need to make a goal of what is healthy, you know, and not just get somewhere and say it's good enough and stop. I know that that's not the best thing to do. But right now I'm just taking it 10 pounds at a time, to be honest with you. And, just losing any weight would be a plus because I never have been good at that. So I've been good at gaining it, but not losing it. So, so this is video 1, you know, kind of, I guess, week 0 because I haven't started MediFast yet. I will make a video when I do start it. But this is just kind of my introduction and kind of a way to show myself, hopefully, in the future, what I look like at the beginning of all this. And kind of my hopes and dreams of what I hope to do, and maybe a reminder when things get tough of why I'm doing this. And you know, I just feel like I could look and feel and do and be so much better than what I am right now. And I feel like I'm a really smart person, but for some reason when it comes to eating and the way I live my life, it has not been so smart. And you know, all this information I have about what is good for you and what is bad for you and what's nutritionally healthy just seems to go out the window when it comes to myself and my eating habits. And I feel like maybe perhaps this plan could change the way I think about food and look at food, and you know, for once see it as fuel instead of as comfort, as emotional comfort, as mental comfort. You know, when I'm stressed I eat, when I'm sad I eat, when I'm happy I eat. You know, I eat, oh, my air freshener just went off. I eat, you know, no matter what my emotions are, and I use it as a crutch, and I would really just like to be able to use it as fuel and to, you know, make my life better. So, this is Ashley, 288 pounds, starting today on June 17th, 2013. I will be checking in when I start MediFast and see how it goes. Thanks.